Hello and welcome, my name is Dave and this is Fore Golf. If you are new here, I make golf videos out of Perth in Western Australia and sometimes further afield. I'm an amateur golfer on a journey from shouting four to having a 4 handicap, and I hope that what we're going to go through today is going to help me achieve those goals throughout 2021. Okay, so today I want to be going through a what's in the bag and also just a general update really with what's been going on with me. So I will be going through this what's in the bag with some very shiny new additions in there. But first of all, I wanted to talk about a partnership agreement that I've entered into with Players Fuel. Now, Players Fuel are a CBD company. They're based out of the UK but can distribute worldwide. And I've just started using the CBD oil actually over the last weekend and already finding that that's given me a little bit more concentration, a little bit more calmness on the golf course, which is good. Their claims are that you'll hit it longer, straighter. Well, the jury's out on that bit. Maybe some of the other work that I've been doing might help with that. But look, overall, I've heard great things about the product being used. It's completely legal for competition use, so there's no issues with any of that. And yeah, look, I'm excited to get on that journey. If you are considering looking at any of these type of products, there's a link in the description so you can go and get a discount using my code that's there. And so you can just go and browse the products. Let's say it's early stages for me, but I'm enjoying or I'm seeing some benefit out of it already. You can also purchase the polos, the hats, there's protein bars, there's all sorts of other things, and it's well worth you going to check it out. Okay, so the what's in the bag for 2021. This has had some changes over the last week, it's fair to say. One that my wife doesn't even know about, but she doesn't watch these videos, so I suppose it's her loss. Okay, I'm going to start in an unconventional area. I'm going to start with a ball that I've been using. Now, I have been using the Bridgestone Tour BXS for a little bit. Look, of all the balls that I've used, it's still the one that works the best for me. But I have ordered some new balls that are coming in the next couple of weeks, and I'm excited about how they might help, because all of the reviews I've read talk about a similar quality but at a much lower price, so more to come on those in the next few weeks. Secondly, again, another one that's just a little bit out there. I won this in a prize actually. This is a caddy boot, all right? So this is basically a little ball cleaner, sits inside your pocket. It's really quite cool. Go and check those out because I just leave that in my pocket. You wet the inside of it. It's able to really quickly give the ball a little clean, and there's like a textured area there as well, which you can probably hear, that just really helps with that, and it's really discreet. So go and grab one of those as well. What else I've got going on in here? I've got my Breakfast of Champions towel. It's filthy, sorry about that. From Uther Supply. I love that, and it's got the Tour insert on there, so it can actually sit across your clubs as well and sit quite nicely in the bag. I do still use a rangefinder. I'm using the Bushnell Tour V4. It's the non-slope edition, so I never get myself into any trouble with that. I still do use that rangefinder on the course, but in conjunction with Arccos and other apps that I have used in the past. Right, into the club. So starting at the bottom of the bag, still in there and has been for a few years now actually, is my TaylorMade Ardmore 3, and I can't remember which way up you need to read that. It's like that. I'm close to maybe changing this, but for now it's in the bag. It's just got the stock pistol super stroke grip on there as well. I think it's an area I can definitely improve. I think at the moment it's the Indian, not the Arrow, so I'm going to be spending a little bit of time working on that before I jump into anything else in terms of a new putter. Now, wedges wise, I use TaylorMade milled grind 2s. I have a 58, 54 and 50 degree. The 54 and the 50 are a lot newer. They're about a year newer than the 58. But to be honest, the 58 I only ever really use out of bunkers, or if I really need to absolutely flop the arse off of something. So it doesn't really give me any problems. As I mentioned, I do have the Arccos stubs in all of my clubs as well. I've been using Arccos since about July last year. I was using Hole 19 before that. Really enjoyed using Hole 19. Got Arccos as a birthday present, and yeah, now I wouldn't change. Quite honestly, the stats and the what you get out of it are superb, and from an entry point of view, it's really easy. There are lots of Arccos demonstration videos. Stuart Carter Smith's got a really good one actually, so go and check that out if you are interested in that system. But I do use this, and the other thing I do use is TrackMan. So what I'm going to be doing today as well is, a bit late today, I'm going to go and hit these clubs on the TrackMan. We're going to see exactly how far they're going as well, because obviously the speed work I've been doing, it'd be interesting to see if there's been any changes in that area. So into the irons. Now, if you've been following me on other platforms and even on YouTube, I did an on-course review of these. I've got the TaylorMade P770s. I've played 3 rounds with these now and love them. Absolutely love them. I'm hitting the ball further. We'll see exactly how much further I'm hitting it when I get on the TrackMan later. But the stats out of Arccos are telling me that roughly it's a club longer than my set of Mizuno irons that I had previously, and the lofts, before you ask, are exactly the same. So yeah, I've got these from pitching wedge up to 4 iron, and then after that I go into possibly the longest surviving club in my bag now. I think it might be, yep, my Mizuno 2 iron. It's an MPH5. I probably will look at changing this at some point as well, but for the moment, yeah, this is got a nice place in my bag. The only issue at the moment is that I think I hit my 4 iron now, almost as far as I hit this, so that's where I think I might need to replace it. But still a beautiful looking club, really enjoy using it. Oh, shafts wise, I forgot, in the irons, it's just normal wedge flex in the irons, but I've got the Dynamic Gold X Stiff 105 gram in the P770s, and it's a KBS X Stiff 130 gram in the 2 iron. Then onto another new addition. Now this is the one that's a secret. So the Sim Max 3-wood, only in the bag from last week, and so far it's an absolute rocket ship. I love it. So a bit more to come on that. I'll probably take that out on the course and do a bit of a review out there as well. And then there's just one left. So the big dog, the Ping G400, is still in the bag, definitely under threat now, because the early stats from the Arccos are telling me that that 3-wood goes almost as far as this. So I am going to be looking at least changing the shaft perhaps, but look, I still get this out there, according to Arccos, I get it out about 240, 245 on average. With the speed work that I've been doing, I've seen 260, 270, on quite a few occasions. But yeah, I think I'm going to be in a position where I might be replacing this in the next 3 months. Might be a month, could be next week. Honestly, right now, I don't know. I've got a bit crazy lately. Okay, so over to TrackMan then. I'm just going to put in a few of the shots and some of the distances that I hit those, because it'd be interesting to do. I did it about a year ago, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it is that much different. But honestly, the irons, I'm loving them. I'm getting so much more control out of them as well, which is really, really important. And yeah, I'm really quite happy with how the bag is at the moment. So following that, the video will be over. So if you did enjoy it, again, a reminder to hit that like, the subscribe button and the notification bell, so you get notified when all new videos come out. This is Dave from Fore Golf. Thank you for bearing with me, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you some quality golf on the channel with this bag in 2021. Okay, so due to a slight error, entirely on my part, when I went to the facility tour issue where the TrackMan is, I did indeed take 3 shots of each club, but what I didn't do is hit record on the camera. So I am reduced to this. This is the last 4 rounds that I've played basically with the new irons, and 2 of those have been with the new 3-wood as well. So these are the distances on course out of Arccos, as we can see there. Been pretty good with that 3-wood, an average of 220 meters. That's all shots off the tee. I think it was slightly higher than that off the tee. Oh no, yeah, so it's saying basically, yeah, 220, but yeah, decent with some good shots in there. From an irons perspective, I can already see that I'm going to have a slight issue with that 2-iron. If that is only going 196 and my 4-iron is averaging 194, then I need something to happen with that, because otherwise it's almost useless to me, other than having something that goes a bit lower off the tee, perhaps when it's very windy. The rest of the distance is pretty happy with each of those. The only one I suppose that's a little lower than I would expect is 7-iron. I do use my 7-iron to do any punch shots or anything like that, if if I happen to go slightly offline, so that could be dragging that down a little bit. In fact, let's see if we can work it out. Yeah, I mean, there's one shot there of only 26 meters, which is probably pulling that down a little bit, although 128, 133, they are probably a little bit lower actually. There's one that I would expect to have been about that distance, but yeah, look, that is only across 4 rounds and indeed 5 shots, so I'm sure as I get more information into here, that is going to make a much more of a difference. Really pleased with the 9-iron and the 8-iron distances in those. That will make a big difference. And otherwise, yeah, hopefully these are onwards and upwards. And again, I'm sorry, I will go back and I'll do it properly on the TrackMan. It'll just be in another video. See you later.
Perfect.